Can I explain why I think there's a shortage of truck drivers? It's because you can't find guys or people with clean records who can pass a drug test. That's the problem, isn't it?
Some might characterize it like that, but a more beneficial reply would be simply because pay for truck drivers has been falling for 3 decades, while the demands and the responsibilities of the job have been going exactly the opposite. And it will always be difficult to find people to do jobs that are hard, that don't really pay much.
I mean, you do take my point, don't you? I mean, in the age where marijuana is legal in various states for recreational use, in an age where drunk driving convictions have gone straight up over a long, long period of time, you're finding it difficult not to find guys and ladies to work at the right price, but those who are qualified to drive, because you've got a liability problem.
Those are issues, but those are generally issues that are handled at the recruiting end. And again, there are plenty of people that enter the profession of truck driving every year. States issue over 400,000 new commercial driver licenses, the vast majority for truck drivers every year. What happens is those drivers go to work for companies, generally the big, large, publicly traded companies, and they get burned out. They get burned out sometimes as few as a few months, sometimes 6, but almost all of them within a year. 100% turnover is generally the norm for big publicly traded companies.
I could see how you'd have an age problem. Older drivers retire, they're used to what goes on in the truck driving business. But maybe younger folks, not that interested in driving, 1,000 miles between destinations. Is age a factor as well?
Well, certainly those that have been out there on the road, that many, the vast majority actually count their miles by the millions, safe miles. Younger people aren't as interested in moving into a profession. Again, I said pay has been falling for 3 decades. Adjusted pay for drivers is actually less than half at what it was 3 decades ago. And, that trend really hasn't changed. The job comes with a requirement for maybe $40,000 to $50,000 a year in annual income, which isn't bad, but you couple that with work weeks that are 70 to 80 hours long. Much of that time is spent on the road, away from families, gone for weeks at a time, sometimes months. Those jobs are the kinds of jobs that people will look to replace, and again, that's what's been going on.